officials and the family.
Now to that devastating plane crash in India. A Boeing 787 jumbo jet slamming into a densely populated neighborhood, killing everyone on board except for one man who simply walked away from the site.
Yeah, the Air India plane crashed just minutes after taking off from a northwestern Indian city. There were more than 240 people on the jet again. All were killed except for one passenger. The sole survivor is reportedly a man from the UK. Doctors say he had many injuries, but they seemed non-life-threatening.
So the plane was en route to London's Gatwick Airport when it went down on takeoff. Now, part of the plane also fell onto a medical college, killing at least 5 medical students that were there on the ground and injuring dozens more. No word yet, of course, on the cause of that crash.
PIX11's Katie Corrado is live in New Jersey, where the home of a large Indian population is. And you actually spoke to some people who actually knew those on board?
Yeah, so I spoke to an aviation expert who worked for Air India for 38 years, and he knew some of the people on board and has an idea of what is going on right now behind the scenes at the company.
I knew, both the supervisors, cabin supervisors who were, one is a single mother, one is married, both have young children.
Sanjay Lazar reflecting on his former colleagues who died Thursday morning on board the Air India plane that crashed shortly after takeoff, killing all but one person on board.
The pilot was a very senior pilot. I had occasion to fly with him a number of times during my flying years, so very good pilot.
Lazar says the flight from India to London was carrying at least 66,000 gallons of fuel for the 10-hour flight, creating a literal firebomb when it hit the ground.
It's obvious that the aircraft tried to take off, went up to about 600 feet, and the engines obviously had no thrust and no power, and the aircraft just, fell like a rock.
Behind the scenes, he says the airline and its parent company, Tata Group, is likely busy taking care of victims' family members, cooperating with investigators, and inspecting its entire fleet to ensure no systemic issues. He's waiting to see what the plane's black box reveals about why it went down.
Either it's, major ingestion of huge flock of birds, or it was just, major engine failure, electrical failure in both engines.
He's also no stranger to aviation tragedies and understands what families are going through. His entire family died in the Air India terrorist bombing of 1985.
I've been to, through this process of identification, DNA, recovery of bodies. So it's a very, very painful, tragic situation.
That pain felt in New Jersey as well. In Middlesex County, which boasts the highest concentration of Indian Americans in the United States, residents are stunned and devastated.
Very, very bad. Nobody knows what happened why it happened.
Oh, it was awful. It was heartbreaking.
The National Transportation Safety Board is sending a team to India to help with the investigation. This is the first time that a Boeing 787 aircraft has been involved in a deadly crash since it was first introduced 15 years ago. Reporting live in Isla, New Jersey, I'm Katie Corrado, PIX11 News.
Katie, thank you very much. Well, today an accuser and former lover, Sean Diddy Combs,